What's going on, good people? I'm up before Jesus and the Mexicans. No racist shit. Y'all know that I ain't finna explain myself. I fell asleep full of hell watching TV. Didn't even know I was asleep. So yeah, now I'm up looking crazy. But in all honesty, I got some real shit to say. As usual, though. But now this, I don't like admitting when I done did wrong. Shit. Yeah, excuse my shoes. But going through all the shit that I've been going through in the past couple of months, hell, years maybe, made me realize where I went wrong. Now, it's easy for me to blame these past niggas in my life because the shit they did was just wrong in general. Like, wrong. I never intentionally hurt none of these men. I never took nothing from them. The shit that they've done to me, I would never. But the only thing I can admit to is the fact that I guess they could sense that what I was giving wasn't actual love. It's more like help. It's more like I just wanted to be there to help, to lend a helping hand. And that's where I went wrong. Being in partnerships where I knew a man wanted genuine love, but in actuality, I know that they just really needed help. And they wasn't going to try to give love, so I didn't give it. Which brings me to my next point. I've blocked these thoughts out for the longest. I'm talking about the longest. I wouldn't even open my mouth or even fix my mindset to even think to say it's because I was already in love with somebody. Like, I can openly admit the fact that I never have tried in any adult relationship I've had because I've always been in love with somebody. Seriously. And sometimes I feel like I didn't try. Like I just gave up. Well, I did, actually. And that man was my best friend. My best fucking friend. I never had nobody to care about me the way that man cared about me. And it was nothing that I ever could do for him or had to do for him, really. Like, it seemed like he did more for me than I did for him. But it was always the care, like we care for one another. I know it's probably shocking to hear. Because I never say nothing about this person. It's like I just let the shit die and just don't talk about it or nothing. But I mean, deep down inside, I guess any man that's been with me can clearly, obviously see that it's not something that I was willing to fight for, or with them, it's not nothing I'm willing to fight for. Like I was ready to just let the shit just be what it is. But this one particular man, y'all, when I said I cried rivers for real, when I knew that we had to separate. We mainly just had to grow up, seriously. I'm not saying that that's the man of my dreams, not saying that that's the person that I'm gonna be with. All I'm saying is, being a grown ass woman, I know how to right my wrongs. And as y'all men say, the one that got away, he was the one that got away. And then I found myself trapped in a situation, being pregnant and miserable. And it just continued on. And there was so many times I wish I could just blink my eyes and go back to the moment of the conversation that we had when maybe I would have just put my pride to the side and said, well, I'll be there for you and we can try again. That's where I feel like I went wrong. Because now I'm realizing there was never another man that was good enough for me. Never another man that I even wanted to be with, wanted to give my heart to, because it was already taken. So I just continued to move on with life and just hope for the best. Always just imagining the worst though. So moral of the story is I fuck up too. I'm not saying I fucked over him. I'm not saying he fucked over me. I'm just saying I don't believe that I gave it a try or fought as much as I fought for these unnecessary ass relationships that I've been in that I knew were no good for me, or men I knew were no good for me. Like these these men I had children by didn't do half of what this man has done for me. And I mean just internally from his heart, just been there for me. Never judged me. This man never judged me not one time. And he knew everything about me. I always had my back. He was my best fucking friend. I miss my best fucking friend. But you know, that's how life goes sometimes. But I just wanted to right my wrongs and say you've always been the only man I've ever loved. I think about you often, very, very often. And you know, it's just life has a funny way of just doing things, and you know, I felt like I just completely messed up when I had my son. Like I felt like there was no hope for the future that I always seen. So I just continued living a lie. That lie turned into another lie that turned into another lie. I love my kids, y'all. I love my kids. But I have never been in love with neither one of their fathers. None of them. I was already in love before I even had my first child. I just didn't know how to get back to it. It's still hard though. Still hard to just keep going on. But no matter what, I'm going to always keep going on. I just want to let you know, sir, that you hold a very, very special place in my heart. Very special place in my heart. I'm able to see clearly what true love is, what a true bond, a true friendship is. A friend is someone that'll never leave you nor forsake you. And I can't think back on one time where it was ever really bad. Like, I can't even think of an argument. Like, I can't think of anything besides us just depending on each other. I appreciate you. Still to this day, even though that was years ago, I still appreciate you for showing me something no one else has ever shown me before. I thank you for your love that you gave. And I hope life is good for you. I wish you nothing but the best. Just know that I'll always be your friend, no matter what. With that being said, to everybody else, please don't take nobody for granted. If you know you love someone, you fight for them. Because now I'm sitting here in a lot of fucking regret. Because I didn't fight for the man that I love. Instead, I fought for every other man that I knew didn't love me. Yeah, with that being said, I'm finna go, y'all. Because I am in my feelings. Deep in my feelings. You know, you get that what if moment. What life could have been. What if I would have done this? But I'm not going to sit and live in regret. This is just me righting my wrongs. Still going to pick my head up and still keep going. Because the love that I give, I know, shoot, I may end up falling in love again. May not be the same person. But at least I'm being true to myself. At least I can be honest with myself. And today is the first time I've been honest with myself in a long time. Because I really just did not want to admit. And maybe I didn't try as hard as I should have. But I still love you, sir. I still care for you. And I still wish you well. Even if I don't ever talk to you. Um, yeah. I just wanted to let you know that. Before all this bullshit, life was good with you. And I appreciate you being in my life. With that being said, y'all, I'm finna go get off here and figure out what the hell I'm finna do with myself while I'm up at the crack of doggone done. Y'all make sure you do right by those who actually love you genuinely. Don't never take them for granted. Because you don't want to be sitting here like me at doggone 4 o'clock in the morning crying your eyes out about a man you used to love 15 years ago. Y'all make good choices. Always make good choices. Not just for yourself, but for others. Yep, that's all I got. Y'all be good. Make good choices. And remember to love those you can love while you got them. Never let them forget that you love them. Never make them feel like they're not worthy of your attention, your effort, your time. That's what I did. And that's why I was wrong. But I'm growing past that now. So now I'll be able to be better. I won't fuck over my opportunities. I won't fuck over my next chances, and I promise you that. Y'all better believe that. I just thank God for giving me another chance. Y'all have a great fucking lovely Friday. Lovely Friday. I'll be back later on.